Well, hello, hello. Welcome back to the weekly Monday Motivation Podcast, No More Excuses. I am your host, Sandi Ballard, and I am the Badass Business Coach. And I appreciate you being here, listening, sharing, and thanks to everyone again who messaged me and let me know they could listen to my podcast now after a few weeks of technical issues. Whatever happened back there, I'm glad that you can all hear it now. And I hope you've enjoyed the podcast because today, yes, is number 200. 200 freaking weeks in a row. No substitutions, no reusing. 200 original freaking recordings. I'm tired and excited and I'm just like, that's cool. 200. It's damn near 4 years, right? Yes. And we are, there are weeks when I'm like, I have no clue what I'm going to talk about. That, there's weeks I want to skip and be like, man, they won't miss me. But evidently you might miss me for a couple weeks and then you contact me. So that's the kind of shit that keeps me going. I've talked about this before. I don't lose my motivation, but I lose, sight of what do you guys want to hear? What have I talked about too much? What more do I have to say? What do you want to hear? And then I'll get an email or a comment, a message of in some way that from a listener, and it gives me the energy and the motivation to keep going. And then it's like, okay, yeah, there's always something to talk about. A client conversation, something I've experienced, or just life, just looking around and seeing what's out there. Like last week with the little girl and facing the waves. It was just amazing sitting there watching her. And but now at 200, number 200, 2020, in the year 2020 and 200 podcasts. Now what? Wow, what haven't I said? What have I said too many times? What more do you want to hear? I'm always open for ideas and input, but I'm faced yet again with this trying to come up with what to say, what's next. And yes, I know 2020 just started, and I want to know what's next. What's next for you? What's next for me? What's next for all of us? So yeah, what the hell? Why am I asking you when it's just now, the end of January? Because January's over. It's time to stop screwing around, quit using the holidays as an excuse, and determine what's next. Last week's podcast, like I said, was about facing your waves, the challenges in your life and business, not being afraid to go after what you want. And that doesn't mean you don't feel stress and anxiety. I mean, shit, I do. But like this weekend, I have the calendar on my desk, and it's the calendar by Gary John Bishop, the Unfuck Yourself. And it says, I'm sitting there while I'm reading, trying to figure out what the hell to say to you, all of you. I look up at this calendar and it says, stop letting your internal condition dominate the quality of your life. Take back the wheel. All right, I'm going to read that again. Stop letting your internal condition dominate. Well, I screwed that up, didn't I? All right. Stop letting your internal condition dominate the quality of your life. Take back the wheel. All right. As I saw this one, I'm like wondering what the hell to say to all of you. I saw that. I'm like, all right, there's a little Monday motivation. It's time to take back the wheel. And as we face this last week of January, of this new year, let's all join together, take the wheel, and truly look at what's next. So what is next? World domination? For those of you who remember Pinky and the Brain, do you want to take that chance? Make your side gig your full-time gig. Hire someone, launch a new product, launch a new service. What's next? I'm ready to be Instagram famous. No, I'm not going to stop the podcast, but I have finally launched Bitch Please. It's going to be Instagram Live, and it'll be up on YouTube. So there will be video to this. And why am I wanting to add this new thing? What's next? Because, there's always a new way to do something, a new format, a new opportunity. And, I've been thinking about this for a couple of years, and I finally met these crazy-ass bitches out here in California, Chelsea and Monet, and I randomly met them, and we were talking, and we just cracked up laughing. And I'm like, all right, I've had this crazy-ass idea about this video, kind of this video show, 2 times a month, so it's going to be February 5th and 19th, so the first and third Wednesdays of each month. Excuse me. And what we're going to do while we're live is we want you to bitch. Yes, men, women, doesn't matter. We want you to comment. So if you've never participated in somebody when they've been Facebook Live or YouTube Live or Instagram Live, you can actually make comments. And we want you to bitch about something. This is about you giving you the platform and to be open and honest, like a radio talk show, right? How many people, like when you're listening to sports radio, how many people, mostly men, but men and women call in and just go off the rails about a player or an athlete of some sort. So, bitch, please. It's what it's about. So watch for that information, and be ready on February 5th. It's probably going to be around 10 o'clock Pacific time. So watch for that, we'll promote it. But we want to be open and honest and have fun and laugh, kind of like the show The View, without all the judgment. Because if you know me, there's no judgment. There's no offending, all right? Well, I'm sure I've offended many, but this is about doing something new. So I challenge you, all right? This podcast is about what's next, and I challenge all of you to determine what's next for you. Like I said, taking a chance on something new for you. It's a new year. It's about to be a new month. Enough fucking around. Let's do this. What's next for all of you? Email me, sballard@growingforward.biz. Comment here publicly, because don't be afraid to talk about what's next for you. And make sure you watch for bitch, please. And it will be bitch with an exclamation, B exclamation point, TCH, comma, please. Check it out, watch for it. And last call to sign up for the Zoom live with me tomorrow, January 28th, 3 p.m. Pacific time, 6 p.m. Eastern. The link is in the show notes, or just message me, or again, sballard@growingforward.biz for the link. And why? Why would you want to pop on there for the Zoom show? Because, Zoom session, I guess, to meet others, to meet other listeners across the world, hopefully, and, ask me damn near anything. If it's rude, I will shut you down. But let's do this. Let's connect with each other across the world. And I look forward to hearing from you all, especially with what's next for you. I'm going to hold you to it. I'm going to have you all challenged and ready to get on board with what's next. Let's raise our bar. Let's challenge ourselves, and let's really kick this year in the ass in a good way. Have a great week. Cheers.